Hey everybody, this is Randall from Floribama Homestead and the camera lady, my wife Michelle. We got a good one for you today. Every camper needs to do this, so stay tuned. Okay, one of the things I want to bring to you is we have installed an air conditioner in our DIY camper. If you are a tent camper or you camp in anything else other than a small miniaturized camper, you can also do this. If you have a tent and you want to go camping in the summertime, you can use this type of AC to cool your tent while you're doing camping. So if you see right here, we've installed ports right over the headboards. Now that port is where the air condition, the cold air, blows in from. And the reason it's over there is because that's the side of the camper Michelle sleeps on, and she likes it cold and she likes it on her. So that's why we elected to put the supply side on that side. Me, not so much. So I got the return air side. Now, if you notice, the return air side vent cover is off right now, and that's so we can show you guys what we've got going on here. So this is the control wires to the front of the air conditioning unit we're going to show you in a minute. And I have a plug that I ordered off of Amazon, and it's a 5 wires. So we got 5 wires connected up. I got a connector right there. And here's our controller off the front of our air conditioning unit. We snipped the wires off the front of the window unit, brought the control panel in here, and I put all the electronics inside of a little wooden box just to clean it up a little bit. This is the thermostat that takes the temperature of inside the cabin when we're in here, so the air conditioner know to cycle on, cycle off based on the temperature at the end of that probe. Okay, since we've showed you the inside, and one other thing I want to show you. On the front of the controller is just your basic window unit air conditioner controls. You got the thermostat. You can dial it back down to where you're at minimum cool, or you can dial it all the way up to max cool. You got high fan, high cool, and low fan. We took this system up to Arkansas to use for the very first time. And the first night we got there, worked perfectly, no problems whatsoever. The second night, about 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up, I'm hot. What's going on? Well, our air conditioning coils had froze up. Now, the way we remedied that was just switch it over to high fan and let the air just melt the ice off the coils. And then I fell back asleep, and then about an hour later, I'm hot. So I had to switch it back over to cool, and it started air conditioning again. A few hours later, it iced up on us again. Cycle it back to the fan, let them thaw out, and then a little air condition, and then it was morning time. And that happened for the 2 or 3 nights that we were there. And we were talking among our Teardrop fellow people that have these type of air conditioning units set up. And it seemed like the fix was to increase the airflow over the coils to keep it from building up. You got that little 5,000 BTU window unit. It can't move enough air through the 3-inch pipes and back in through the 3-inch pipes. It's just not made to move in that constricted of a space. So what did we do? We're going to go outside and show you. But we went on Amazon. We bought a Vizio inline duct fan with a 4-inch end on it. Now, I already had this one. This is the reason we have the 4-inch and not the 3-inch. But it moves, I believe it's 245 cubic feet of air a minute. So it's more than what an air condition requires. So that's good. We haven't tested this thing out since we've hooked it up, other than just here in the garage. But as long as we weren't camping in the camper, it kept the camper cool all day long. But it seemed like at night when we got in here, that's when it wanted to ice up over the coils. So we won't be able to know until we take it back out in the heat. And I think our next outing is sometime in July. And so we're going to give it another test and see how it works. All right, so let's go on outside and let's show you how we built this thing. And we're going to break it down piece by piece, and we're going to show you how we built it. So this is a build video in reverse order. All right, let's go. Okay, this is our window unit. We built this plywood box to hold the unit so that we carry the unit inside our tongue box and all the hoses that go with it. All right, so let's go ahead and break it on down. I'll explain to you how this thing all goes together. So we went on Climate Right, I think is the name of the company, and they still sell the fittings. So you can get on there and you can order these kits, the hose, the fittings, and we drilled the hole, and then we put these 3-inch couplers permanently on the camper. And it also comes with this fitting too to adapt to it. Basically, this is just big sewer fittings, and if you just search around on Amazon and stuff, you'll be able to find them. The name of these fittings are Valterra, so you can do a search and kind of piece this together if you want to. All right, so in the return hose, we've got our electrical cable routed through there. So we'll unsnap that. These are just twist lock. And we'll take these out. And then our supply air. Let me turn this off real quick. I had already unplugged the controller. All right. Twist, unlock the supply hose. There's the fan, 4-inch inline Vizio Sun. As you see, this has been running for about 2 hours out here, and it's just covered in condensation. Some people actually wrap their hose up to prevent, to insulate it a little bit better. And then these just twist lock, come off. And we'll just move this one out of the way. All right, let's grab the air conditioning unit and bring it on over to the bench, and I'll show you what we've got here. All right, along the back, to protect the coils, we just kind of framed it out with just some little protective pieces of wood over here. That'll keep you from bending the fins on the air conditioning unit. All right, we just got this thing held together with some chest latches that we got at our local big box store, the orange one. All right, the Plenum box. This is where the magic happens. All right, so this is new to me. If you notice this, we've got some mold that is happening on here. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to sand this down, and we're going to have to waterproof this, which means put some varnish on it or something like that. So that's one lesson learned that I wasn't aware of yet. All right, so the plenum box, the cover, we got a one piece of wood that's 2 3/4 inch wide. The side piece of wood is 12 1/4, and the whole overall measurement from outside to outside is 18 inches. Overall height outside to outside is 13 3/4. Now, this little piece of plywood that we have in the middle here to separate the 3 3/8 is the size that we went with here, and we just kind of tilted that until we came into contact with here and then contact with the front. There was really no big secret or method behind the madness. It's just stick a piece of wood in there and try to make it fit here and here as best as possible. Once we put this here, then we drilled our holes for the intake and outflow. Now, one of the things here, I wanted to funnel the air out of this and into the hose, and it came to me, as all my good ideas do, like early morning, 5 o'clock in the morning when I'm waking up. Use some spray foam. So we filled all this with spray foam. We took a knife, cut it off flat, and then I just took my Dremel tool with a little bit on it, and we just kind of carved out a funnel to help funnel the airflow into the hose. And I haven't seen anybody do that yet, but that's what I did to kind of help move the air in a more efficient manner. Okay, so when you get your air conditioning unit and it has the front panel, you pull your front panel off, and then there's some screws along the side. You want to unscrew and get this front control box to where you can get to it. Snip the wires, and once you snip those wires, then you want to get stranded wire. And by stranded, what it means is you got these little strands of wire in here, and this is not solid copper wire, but it's little fine strands. And the reason we use this is this bends. Solid copper wire doesn't bend as much, and we need it to bend, move it around as much as we do. But we just use little clamps, clamped all the little wires together, and then we went on Amazon, bought these little plugs, and then we just basically extended that wire. So if I had a red wire here, I just connected it to the red wire that was on the off of the control unit. If I had a yellow wire or a black wire, I just went to the control unit side and just kind of matched up the colors. Nothing big, but that's just how we did it. Okay, I'm not going to go into any further details about how we did this. That's just a down and dirty. That's the big thing. If you didn't really have an idea of how to build one of these units. One other thing, when you put your window unit inside your box, you buy your window unit, it comes with these little foam pieces to put around between your window unit and your window in your house. So we just kind of shove that all the way around the box to prevent air movement from outside coming in. So you need to isolate the air that's on the inside of your cabin from the air that's outside of your teardrop or your camper or your tent, whatever you're using this for. All right, so I believe that's all I got. If you've got any further questions, leave me a comment and I'll explain it. If you really need me to break it down, I'll even do a video and just break it down to you a little bit further. But hopefully you found some valuable information out of this. And if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, we invite you to go to Floribama Homestead and subscribe to us over there, because we're going to keep doing camping videos along with our homesteading videos where we do gardening, raising out our meat birds and our egg laying chickens, and we hope that maybe you find good entertainment there. All right, we appreciate you watching.